FETH's new attack plan has emerged. Ümit Akdemir, who remained in the organization for many years, stated that FET has seriously changed axis with Mustafa Özcan, claiming that the organization wants to take over politics and trade with a $9 billion fund managed from London. It has been claimed that FET, whose diner and kunefe chain was exposed and whose members in prison were placed in dormitories and tried to regain power in the Turkish Armed Forces, has changed tactics. It has been claimed that the organization has switched to a different strategy towards Turkey with the internal discussions that emerged during the death of its leader Fethullah Gülen and Mustafa Özcan's subsequent takeover. The process that FET calls re-emergence and rapid resurrection was based on the strategy of first influencing and then seizing the administrative power by infiltrating from the top and especially political parties. $9 billion fund claim. Ümit Akdemir, who remained in the organization for many years, stated that FET has seriously changed axis with Mustafa Özcan and said the following: "They developed a new strategy for every point they failed. They have now definitely given up on insisting on infiltrating or taking over institutions such as education, judiciary, military coup, or police and intelligence. They have determined a roadmap to infiltrate, influence, and take over all political institutions, regardless of the government or opposition, with plans and projects. In this area, they will use only those who have left no trace of themselves behind with the coloring method. They do this sometimes with money, sometimes with blackmail, and sometimes through different groups, communities, and ideological institutions. The primary goal is to take over the R&D, media, and appointment center units of the parties that determine the directors. In the political arena, being strong in economy and trade is the backup. This area is managed by a special unit they call negative services. They describe this as a war and will attack with all their might. Their priority is FET. They have given the opportunity to discredit those who are strongly dealing with the issue. If this does not work, they will be discredited with FET-like plots. They will try all methods, including assassination. They will provide political influence and influence through money. A fund of $9 billion has been set aside, including the savings that remain within Turkey and cannot be taken out. The budget is managed from London. As a state and nation, we have to be vigilant and thwart this vile attempt. Otherwise, we may have to pay a heavier price than July 15th. FET has put hopes on chaos. Retired Colonel Ersin Erger, who emphasized that he has been following FET since the mid-1980s, said that the organization has made a complete change in its army military structure. Erger said the officers who were not exposed and the civilian network connected to them went into hibernation mode for a while. They abandoned the cell structure. They are trying to continue their existence through a much more complex and traceless model. They are no longer continuing their existence through a conservative identity, but through a direct Kemalist and nationalist image discourse. They are definitely not using the methods used in the military structure and exposed. FET has pinned its hopes on the chaos that will occur in the army, as it has in the civilian area in the new period. Of course, they are also playing an active role in the production of that chaos. The most important of these was the sword oath incident that took place in the past months.